This video is to show you how to attach the peak of the visor to the band in the visor crochet pattern. The pattern is available for free at my website, or just click on the link to the right of this video. Now I've already made the band because it's pretty straightforward, but it gets a little more complicated once you get to the peak. So I'm working on the large size, and I've already counted out my 23 stitches. And what I did is I just, where I left off with my last round, where I fastened off, I just counted out 23 stitches over with the right side facing towards me, and I just attached the yarn. Now if you're working on the medium, you just want to count out 22, and if you're working on the small, you want to just do 21. So I'm just going to chain one here, and then work 2 single crochets into the same stitch, and then for the large size you want to work 2 single crochets into the next 15 stitches. Okay, so now I've finished my row of single crochets, and I have a total of 32 single crochets on here, and I just want to turn my work, and I want to chain one, and then you just want to skip the first stitch, and then working in the back loops only, you want to go into the next stitch, and then you want to single crochet into each stitch all the way across. Okay, so now I have finished working into the back loops of row 1, and then I just want to continue working into the next stitch of the band. So I just want to half double crochet into the stitch right here. Okay, and then you want to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. And that will give you a nice rounded edge there. And then all you do is, for the next round, just turn your work around and chain one, and then you want to skip the first slip stitch here, right here, and then you want to single crochet into the both loops of the next stitch. And you just want to do that all the way to the end. So row 3 is almost finished. I have worked into all the stitches of row 2, and then we're just going to continue with row 3 into the next stitches of the band. So we're going to half double crochet into the next stitch right here. And then slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. Okay, and that completes row 3, and we're just going to repeat row 3 another 4 times, and then we'll fasten off. So to do the next row, you just want to turn again, and then just chain one, and then skip the first stitch, and then single crochet into the next stitch. And you just want to keep going all the way to the end. Okay, so we're almost at the end of row 4, and we're just going to continue into the last 2 stitches here. And then we're going to continue into the band again. So you just want to half double crochet into the next stitch of the band. So that one there has already been worked from the previous round, so we're just going to go into that one. And just going to half double crochet and then slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. Okay, and then all we do is turn, and we got to do 3 more repeats. I'm just going to chain 1 and skip the first slip stitch and go into the next one and single crochet, and once again we want to single crochet all the way to the end. Okay, so I finished the last 4 repeats of row 3, and I fastened it off, and all I have to do now is weave in the ends, and this visor is all set to go. But one thing I want to point out is right here, you can see that you have your foundation chains, like right here where you started. That was your first row of the peak, and then you worked another 9 extra stitches into the band to give it a nice rounded edge. And if you look on the other side where you started, where you tied your yarn to the band, you'll see another extra 9 stitches along that side as well. So, and that just adds more stitches in, and if you're making the large size, which I just did, you'll have 43 stitches on your last row.